Hey guys, welcome back to A's Awesome Everything. In today's video, we're gonna be doing a tutorial on the Blade Cube. So let's get to know the Blade Cube first. First up, we need to know what's what because the Blade Cube is very different from a normal 3x3, but it's actually the same thing. So first up, let's know where our centers are. This piece is a center, 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 and those are the 6 centers. Well, this one might be, I don't know how far I counted to. But then there are the corners, which are these triangular thingies all around the cube, which actually seem to be centers, but they're not because they move around and they turn throughout the full cube. And these are also corners because, well, they're just corners. And everything else you see are edge pieces. So let's get this cube scrambled. So we're messing this thing up pretty good so that you can't solve it by memory, which is cheating. Like no one ever does that. So that should be pretty good. Yeah, I think this is good enough. This is the scramble. So now let's start to solve. First, we need to get the centers, the 3 centers around the correct tip. So what you need to do is, find a yellow piece. I'm going to choose the yellow, blue, black corner to work my way around to start off with what we call on the Blade Cube first layer. So first we need to find these guys, these centers that have pieces that have these 3 colors, and we need to turn it so that we find the correct place where it matches up with, get this to move, with this. Now, the first center you can always match up without having to do any algorithms. Then finding the others are really easy. So next there's this center, so all we need to do is move that down, but it's flipped. We'll get to flipping that in a second. And this one's already there, but let's say it was here for the sake of the tutorial. That's in the same place. Anywho, so let's now just, whatever you have, all you need to do is just get these pieces around the tip so that they match up. Next, we need to flip these centers. But for this case, we don't need to pull it out. All we need to do is, take the white 2 layers and move it down and rotate this side so that it turns in a way that it might match up, but it's not flipped yet. So we'll do that same thing again until it's flipped. Sometimes you'll have to do it once, twice, or 3 times. Okay, now as you see, that algorithm flipped this center also. Now all we have left to flip is this center. So let's do the same algorithm. To our F to our prime, or the other way, I don't know. But I seriously don't know the notation. But over here, since this piece is already here, all you have to do is match this up in one line and pull it up here. And now we have what we would call our cross. Next is to get the white side, or the tip side, let's call it. So we need to move pieces up from this up layer down here like we normally do on 3x3 when we're fixing F2L on second layer. Here's the algorithm to move it from left to right. we know it needs to move from left to right because if we just rotate this down to where it needs to go, it's flipped in the right orientation. So it needs to go left to right. So we do this algorithm. U, R, U, R prime, U prime, L prime, U prime, sorry about that, L, U. And then this piece thingy comes into the right place. Next, let's do black. So black has to go in the same way. Let's find something that has to go in right to left. Like, let's see, yellow. Yeah, yellow has to go in right to left. Now let's check that. Yep, correct. So this is the algorithm. U, L prime, U prime, L, U, R, U, R prime, U prime. And then we have the yellow one fixed. Now you can just examine the cube and we have black needing to go in the same way. So we can just insert it. It needs to go in downwards. So U, R prime, U prime, L, U, L prime, U prime, L, U. And we have the first layer done. Now this doesn't look anything like first layer on a Rubik's Cube because it's just this big chunk, but it's what we'd call a first layer. So now next step is what we'd call second layer on this cube. So first, pick any side. I'll pick blue since it's my favorite color. We need to find the blue only corner and turn it so that it matches up with these two and all of this so that we have this kind of a shape. Then after that, we need to insert pieces around it. So first, we need to find the blue-red piece. Now we can insert this when we find it. So it's right here. We want to turn it so that it comes in so that we can turn this up, remove it from blockage, and turn it back down. And then we can turn it over here. Actually, we need to turn it over here so that it comes in properly. Move it away. Lift this side up. Bring this over here and take it back down. Next is this piece over here. We need to take it up so that the blue-gray piece comes in. Take it up, move it aside. Take the blue-only corner, bring it with this, move it away, take this back down. Insert it, you take this up, move this here, and bring it back down. Now we almost have one side solved, but since there's no way to just flip one center that I know of at least, we're going to leave this for a later part because it could flip on its own while we're doing the algorithms. So next, let's pick a next side. We should go with gray because we want 3 sides solved. So I'm going with black, gray, and blue. So next, we need to find the gray only corner. Take it up, insert it into the place where gray is going to be, and bring it back in. And then we have the gray part done. That's just for what I have. You might have something looking like this, where the gray and black piece needs to come from here in, but if you turn it away and do all of that algorithm, it'll mess it up. So what you need to do here, move it out of the way, do your M slice move, bring this back, and do your M slice move inverted, and that'll solve this. Then we need to get this piece right. You might think it's correct because it's in the right place, but it's flipped. So first, kick it out. Get it out of the way. Kick it out. Using that algorithm. Then bring it away. lift it up, and just bring the gray piece in. You don't want to bring this piece back in. Then move this piece so that it's in alignment. Kick the gray only corner out, move it away, and take it back down here. Then insert it like so. Up. Bring the left side inverted. Up and L. Get that to move. Okay. So, since this hasn't solved by now, we have to manually take the center cap off and flip it. Because there isn't a specific algorithm that can solve a center. You might have to try harshly in the first go, but it's the only way you can solve it. Unless you use an algorithm that I might not know of. Tell me if you find any in the comments section below. Next, we need to move this last piece over here and we'll have a second layer. So, since we need to collect this piece, move the black piece up, move it away and move it down. And then move this into inserting place, lift this side up, bring it here and bring it back down. And now we have second layer. So let's see what we have here for last layer. So over here, let's see. So these pieces need to come and they all should be flipped in the correct orientation. Let's see which pieces are in the correct orientation. So first let's check these big tooth-like pieces. So we'll see. Okay, so they're solved for me, but they might be like these which are flipped. So we need to solve them. So over here on the 3x3, it would look like this. It's where we have the angle case, and we need to move it away so that we get like that J thingy, and then do F, Y, D, L, or RUI prime, U prime, RUI prime, U prime, and F prime. And then we have the yellow cross. That's technically what we want here. So these two are the pieces we have as line. So we'll just move it. So we'll do it from this side. And let's just move it away into that spot and do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, and F prime. And now as you see, all of the pieces match up. They match up with the other center pieces. You can just turn it and keep seeing that these are matched up correctly. All that we need to do now to next, what we're technically doing is just orientating these edge pieces, which is like so when let's say we need to switch to whatever we need to do, we do this algorithm on the 3x3, RU, R prime U, RU2, R prime U, and that switches around the two on the left, these two, I think. So that's what we're doing basically here. Yeah, see, so we need to switch these two around, so we put them on the left. RU, R prime U, RU2, R prime U, I think. Yeah, so that algorithm. We're gonna do the same thing over on the blade cube, but it's gonna look a bit different. So we always put the ones that we want to switch on the left side, and we do this algorithm. Come on. R, U, R prime U, RU2, R prime U. And as we see, all of those pieces have turned around. Now all we need to do is rotate these around and solve the cube. So first let's pull this center cap out and fix it properly because there's no algorithm to solve it. It's impossible. other than for pulling it out. Actually, it might not be impossible. I just don't know how. So pull it out. Put it over here. Solved. Okay, now since this obviously doesn't demonstrate a proper case, this is just something that'll happen to you sometimes, I'm gonna pause the video in a second and make it look like an actual intense proper case that'll come when you do this cube. So I'm just gonna pause the video real quick. I'll still be here. So now that we have this proper type of a case that you might actually have, where 4 pieces need to move around and do this stuff. So the algorithm we're going to use is a 3-piece switch. It's like when we have this one piece is solved, or maybe 2, or wait, let me undo that. Okay, so it's like where 1 piece is solved and the other 3 need to cycle around. So we normally do this algorithm. U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. And then that just rotates them. And then we do this again so that we can just like solve it maybe. So U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L. Yeah, but so now we have 2 left, and that never happens on the Blade Cube. It just never happens. It's impossible. So you don't need to worry about getting 2-edge parity on the Blade Cube, although there is an algorithm for that on the 3x3. So we need to, so whichever 3 pieces you want to rotate, hold it so that those 3 pieces are behind you. Like, since we want this piece to come over here, so it has a direct upper so that it can come, this big fat tip can come up where it needs to. So we need to rotate these 3. So hold it away from where the 3 pieces are. So we need to rotate these 3 pieces, hold them in the back, and do this algorithm. U, as we saw earlier, U, R, U prime, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, and L. And then, so now we have this piece solved. So we can't afford that. We need to rotate them again, because we can't have this piece solved before this piece does. We need this big tip to be solved first. So we need to do that algorithm again. U, R, UI, LI. I'm just using I as a short form so that my voice doesn't start hurting. U, RI, UI, and LI. And then we see that this is in the correct place so that it can come rocketing up. Now we need to hold it in just the right position. These 3 need to rotate or we won't solve the cube correctly. So hold it so that the 3 you want to rotate are in the back, whereas it's these 3 because it'll rotate this piece coming here, this piece coming here, and this piece coming here. So we do that same algorithm. U, R, UI, LI, U, R, UI, and L. And then this piece is in its correct place. We just need to cycle these 3 pieces around. So what we do is hold it so that the 3 you want to cycle are like this. as in this scenario, we'll need to do it twice because pieces go from here to here to here. So this piece will come here and then we need to bring it here. So here's what we need to do. U, R, UI, LI, U, RI, UI, and L. And then those rotated once, as I said. And then we need to rotate another time. So U, R, UI, I'm going slower for you. LI, UI, RI. No, wait. Not UI or LI. It's U, RI, UI, and L. And then those are solved. Now all we need to do is rotate this like this. So since this needs to rotate forwards, like this gray piece needs to turn all the way and come over here, we need to do this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, D, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, and R, U, R prime, U prime. And now, as we see, the blade cube is solved. But there's one last scenario that could happen for this last step orientating case. So this is the same case as last time, but instead of having to rotate it forwards, all it needs to do is rotate backwards. This is a very similar algorithm. It's R, U, R prime, U prime, 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 and then let's go again. D, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, D prime. And that solves the cube. If this tutorial was helpful to you, then leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.